Hi there everyone, my name is Sebastian and this is Art of Charisma. Now I hope you're excited because this is our very first YouTube video. Now, if you guys are not familiar with myself or Art of Charisma, let me explain to you. What I love to do is help people out with their social skills. I give people tips, tricks, advice on how they can not only improve their social skills but increase their charisma, which will overall help them with their social life, help them with their business, help them with the relationships they have. And that's what I really love. And today's video is something that I find personally really interesting and something that I've actually had to deal with. And it's how to make friends as an adult. Now, the thing that really frustrates me is the fact that when you say that you're looking to make friends, it almost seems a bit corny or a bit cheesy. Unlike if you said, I'm looking for a partner, which is a bit more like socially acceptable. But actually, trying to make new friends is so important to your mental health, because if you have more friends, you have more people you can talk to, more people you can do things with, which will actually overall help with your happiness and make you feel more fulfilled. So having really good friends is important. And the things that I'm going to share with you today, it does not matter if you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert, if whatever you are, anybody can apply these no matter what city, or what background or where you're from. Before we jump into the advice, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an understanding. Making friends takes effort. It takes effort and it takes energy. So that means you're going to have to go out and speak to people. You're going to have to leave the house. You're going to have to reach out to people online, and in some instances, make the first move. So I would understand that you have to get comfortable with that first. The other key element is that do not fall into the trap of thinking that making friends just happens. When we were younger, we were in situations, we were always surrounded by people our same age who were in the same boat as us, whether that was at primary school, high school, university, karate class, family gatherings. We were always surrounded by people that we could instantly make friends with. So in today's advice, I'm going to show you how you can kind of combat those challenges as an adult. So let's jump into it. So when it comes to making friends, we first need to find people. We need to find people who we can socialize with, build a relationship with. And how do we do that? Well, actually, it is very, very simple. Let's start off with the people that we know. So when we mean reach out to people that we already know, who do we actually mean by that? Well, actually, who I'm talking about is people who we've lost contact with. So it could have been people that we were friends with a long time ago, but circumstances have changed. You didn't have time to build rapport with them. You've moved away. All those sort of things. Reach out on social media, reach out on Facebook and just say to them, hey, catch me up, what's been happening? Not heard from you in absolute ages. And that could be a really simple starting block to start building that social circle and making it as strong as possible. Let's also look at our friends' friends. 9 times out of 10, our friends have friends with people that we've actually never met. We didn't even know that they knew each other. So actually go towards your immediate circle and just say, listen, is there anyone that you can introduce me with? Who are you going to go see this weekend? What's happening? And they go, oh, actually, I'm actually meeting with this guy from football or karate class or whatever. You should come and join us. You've not met before. And that could be a really good in because you've got someone that you both know that can introduce you. Also, and it's so simple, but interact with colleagues outside of work. And when I worked in an office, I saw loads of people pass me every day that I said good morning to, people at the water cooler, people who I met in the coffee queue. And if you can actually just make a little bit of effort to try and speak to them and open it up a little bit, these are people that see you every day. Maybe be the catalyst and organise a brunch or organise a coffee morning or just organise after work drinks to get people coming. You both have lots to talk about because you work together, so the relationship is already off to a pretty good start. So the next way that you can try and make friends as an adult is to get yourself out there. Get yourself out there, guys. And what do I mean by that? What I'm talking about is that if you have an interest, you need to start going to places where other people congregate around that interest. For example, if you're interested in football, you need to get yourself to the five-a-side football clubs, or you need to get yourself to the football leagues. If you're interested in drawing, you need to get yourself to the life drawing groups. If you're interested in yoga, you need to be going to the yoga groups. You need to be going where people congregate around a particular subject, interest, hobby, whatever it could be that you're also interested in, either passionately or you're just keen to learn a little bit more about it. Because if people are there, you're there for the same reason. You've got something to talk about and they're similar to you. They've got similar interests because you're both there because you like yoga. And that's a great starting block. You also need to attend workshops or courses. Another kind of off the back of the last one, where people are congregating because they're interested in something. If you wanted to learn a little bit more about, film and television, and you went to a video production class, other people there are going to be attending that class are also interested in video production. So you've got something to talk to people about. They're going to be like-minded people and perfect people to build into friendships. You could also volunteer at particular causes or charities, because there's going to be other people who are interested in those particular subjects. Join Facebook groups. So if you have an interest in dogs, join all the local dog groups. If you have an interest in, whatever it could be, join those online communities. So there, you've done it. You've got out, you've got in front of a person that you think could be a good friend. So how do we start building a relationship? We'll start talking to them, start asking them questions. Where are you from? What do you do? What's it about, this particular interest that you love so much? And start building that relationship with them. And I want to be clear about this. I want you to really understand this. Making friends and building rapport takes time. So it's not just like, oh, you like golf, I like golf, we've got rapport now. It does not work like that. It takes a lot longer, and you need to start getting people to open up more. And to the point, if you're going, for example, a five-a-side football game, and they go, hey, Seb, it's you again. And you go, yeah, that's right, blah, blah, blah. How you been up to? That's what it's eventually going to get to. But you need to go out and talk to people. But if you're there from a common interest, for example, football, that's your ultimate conversation start. How long have you been coming here for? Are you a beginner? Are you an expert? What do you like about this one? Have you been to any other classes? The list is endless of how you can start building rapport about someone around this particular interest. Now, actually, everything up to now, believe it or not, is the easy bit. Going to something like a club or an event or whatever, meeting someone that you think is going to be a potentially good friend, building a bit of rapport with that friend is actually the easy bit. How do we maintain the friendship? Now, this is where there's going to be there's going to be a lot more effort. And what can we do to maintain a relationship? Well, that means, reaching out to them every once in a while, saying how they're getting on. Speaking to them on a somewhat regular basis, regularly attending the thing that you're both there. And perhaps asking them to do something out with of that interest. So, for example, we've been saying about football. Rather than, say, right, we play five-a-side every Monday. Listen, there's a football game this Saturday. Do you want to come to the pub and watch it with me? Or, do you want to go and play somewhere else? Or I'm running something else over here. Do you want to come and join? That's how we can try and maintain these friendships and build up that social circle that you need to have. And one of the last things I want to leave you guys with, when it comes to making friends, sometimes you have to be the catalyst. You have to be the catalyst. You have to be the first one. You have to be the person to have that confidence and go, you know what? I'm organising this. Do you want to come? I am off to do X, Y, and Z. Would you like to join me? Would you like to do X, Y, and Z? Because people are more likely to invite you to things if you've invited them to things. And it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking. It doesn't have to be anything really extravagant. It could be something you're already doing. You say, I'm going to brunch with so-and-so and so-and-so. Do you want to join me? I'm going to watch the football game. Would you like to come with us? I'm going to this party. Do you want to come? Because people like to feel wanted. People like to feel that they're getting invited to something. And that increases your odds. The next time around they're doing something, they'll invite you to something. And that's how it can kind of build up. And so it's very early building blocks to friendships. But that's how we can go about it. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little video there about how to make friends as an adult. We touched on some of the places that you can go and find these people. We did a little bit about maintaining and building the relationship. And we finished up with being the catalyst. That's what I want you all to be. If you feel like you got something from this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have a suggestion of something that you would like to get a little bit of advice on, leave a comment down below. Now this could be something on people skills, social skills, charisma, dealing with people, relationships. I want to hear it, guys, and maybe we can make a video for you. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and like our Facebook page. I'm going to leave links to those in the description box down below.